Let's get to the squatter story.
Okay, let's do it.
This is crazy. So squatters took over a multi-million-dollar home outside of Seattle, and there's not a whole lot law enforcement can do about it, apparently.
What do you mean?
This is in Sammamish. The homeowners live overseas, but people go by to make sure everything's okay at the home from time to time. Well, not that long ago, they found fentanyl, heroin, meth, 40 grand in cash, along with guns and bulletproof vests in the house. Whoa. And they're like, whoa, that's not owned by the homeowner. So the cops get called. As they were investigating, two people show up on a motorcycle. They were ID'd by neighbors as the squatters. They were arrested. But they were back out on the street after a few days, and they went back to the house, bringing more people with them. And here's the crazy part. The cops can't really do anything about it. Even after the squatters brought a U-Haul, backed it into the driveway, and just start taking stuff out.
They're walking out with it. The cops are standing right there.
How is that possible? How are they even back out on the street?
Because the civil unit has ruled that legally they can say, well, this is my property that I'm reclaiming from the house.
And they just took it. They're walking out with everything.
They don't own it.
This is the police chief, Dan Pingree.
Oh, my.
This past week, had to do a civil standby, allowing the person who had been illegally living there to come in and get what they stated was their property. And we were not allowed to go in there with them. Somehow these squatters who are living in this residence seem to have at least as much rights as the homeowner.
What?
And that's very difficult for any of us to understand.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, they open up the garage and there's a bunch of appliances in there. There's an ATM
machine.
And the cops are like, I'm surprised that local prosecutors didn't tell them to help the guys move.
Right. Yes.
My gosh. And there's nothing they can do.
No, they got the van backed up and these guys are hauling it out. Two men and a drug dealer.
And so they're
I was starting to move on and then it hit me. Very well done, Scotty.
Now the police chief hopes that eventually, they're going to sort all this stuff out, the legal intricacies about squatters' rights and whatnot.
Who made those laws?
But, man, it is crazy to think that the cops just stand by and watch people take stuff out of a house that's not theirs.
Who made those laws?
Incredible.
They should be publicly caned.
Oh, yeah.
Seriously, beat with a rod. Public. What is that?
I mean, you hear all these stories about the cost of living skyrocketing. Home ownership is more expensive every single day. Building a new house is more expensive every single day. Hell, man, apparently in Washington, you don't really need to even buy a house.
Everything is more expensive. I mean, you're on the phone today with your drug dealer.
Oh, stop it. The people don't understand what you're even talking about.